VA first diagnosed me with combat PTSD back in July of 2000. I've tried to follow the advice of all my counselors. And in the last few years, I've had multiple PTSD counselors say you have significant issues and you need to be rated at 100%. As this latest rating increase appeal works its way through the system, I decided to create a few visual aids to help others understand a bit more about my military service.
Imagine going into combat with a team of 3 other men you barely know because they are commissioned officers and you're only an enlisted sailor. And never were you allowed to hang out with the other teammates, live around them, get to know them, and more importantly, enjoy liberty, having a beer with them, any one of them, to really know how they operate. Because to do so is against military regulations. Imagine going into combat with these same officers who won't allow you to carry a personal firearm because peacetime never allowed such things, and now contemplate flying into enemy territory with no weapons on you in the event you eject after being shot down and are captured in enemy territory. Imagine now having to fight Imagine now having to fight for your life against battle-hardened soldiers in the middle of the Iraqi desert who are known around the world for the horrific torturing of prisoners. And the officers who you were shot down with most likely have never even been in a simple fist fight. Imagine going into combat for more than 6 weeks straight every single night. But instead of having complete situational awareness and near complete control of the unfolding situation, you are riding piggyback on the shoulders of a soldier in front of you, blindfolded. You have no idea where you are, what the threat level in the immediate vicinity is, and you are completely reliant upon this soldier to provide you information, but only when he's not too busy flying the airplane at night in a combat zone. Imagine doing this in an aircraft that has never seen such intense flight operations, nor was it designed for such combat in the first place. And of course, there are no humans who've done this type of work before, so there's no lessons learned to study beforehand. How do you explain such things to people who've never heard that such things ever even happened? Please bear with me as I try to create the following video overview of my Navy service. This video has been put together in great haste, and I have not had the time to smooth out the rough grammar or edit all the commentary. But I do hope that previous questions I have provoked an interest in seeing the rest of this story. This is a photo of the S-3A Viking SENSO's weapons station. He is strapped to the ejection seat, as are the 3 officers he flies with. The desk in front of him has a series of buttons on it with over 200 functions at his fingertips, while monitoring 2 separate video screens, all while trying not to puke from hours of air sickness, night or day, in any weather. Just for the SENSO to qualify for this position took at least 2 years of training, along with memorization and proficiency of those 200 buttons. He was responsible to have memorized countless pages of weapons systems, operational and technical manuals, including memorization of dozens of different classes of submarines in the Soviet fleet, their silhouette profiles, their diesel engine cylinder configurations, or nuclear-powered steam turbine rotational ranges, amongst numerous other technical parameters. The Viking was built and sent to the Navy fleet with the original design purpose of hunting enemy submarines in the vast expanses of the world's oceans. But in Desert Storm, we were tasked with doing low-level night reconnaissance missions, including up-close and personal battles with enemy gunboats 300 feet over the massive oil rigs in the Persian Gulf, among other highly dangerous missions. The Navy called them armed scout missions. And because of our aircraft carrier was designated the night carrier out of the 3 other carriers in the Gulf, the armed scout missions would all be at night. In essence, our job was to get the enemy to open up on us so others could destroy them. Think of it as being human targets.